We're breaking down anything and everything Utica City FC related. This is the Keeper's Corner podcast with your hosts, Matt Sterling and Brandon Brooks. Let's get into it.
Oh, let's try that. Let's see if maybe that works. Maybe. I can hear you clicking, but I don't know if they can hear you clicking. Oh my God. That's some old. Okay, you know what? I am just going to. Can hear me. Just. Oh, this has been my day. This has been my day. This has been my day. Oh, good. The window capture for Teams is just black. It's just a black screen. Love that so much. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. We're gonna do display capture. We're gonna do my center screen. Nothing changed, and yet everything changed. Yep. Now we see your big face on the screen. And that's not an insult. That is simply because you are taking up the entire screen. I didn't do anything with that. Why? I don't understand why it's being like this. Like, it's not even resizing normally. Alright, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna make it work. Like, it's literally just, like, not even... It's just not. It's just not. What is... Sylvania, Chivava, I hate this. This has been my day. Okay. Can anyone hear Matt?
Oh, hear me.
Can thou heareth him now?
Are you hearing me now, Mr. Krabs? You know, I can...
Between last...
Thou heareth him now. Are you hearing me now, Mr. Krabs? Okay, yep. I just checked it on my end.
I heard it.
Yay. We got it.
Just for clarity's sake, I did not change anything between then and now. Nothing. Not a single thing. I didn't update OBS. I didn't update my computer. I have done nothing. And yet, I have done everything. Yay.
Voila. All right.
I'm going to bed now.
All right. Reset. Brandon, we'll take it from the top. Exit stage right. We'll come in stage left. You know how this goes. Lights up. Cue camera. Keeper's Quarter Podcast, Season 6, Episode 5, Take 2.
Take 20. Just...
And,
I had to get I knew I had a window. I knew I had the stat window behind you too, and it's on the same display. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have to grab that.
all right. Well,
cue the music.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Keeper's Quarter Podcast. Technical problems and all. Brandon, aside from whatever that was, how are you doing, my guy?
Don't ask. It's been a wild 24 hours. Soccer, life, just everything.
Well, don't worry, the next 48 hours are going to bring more snow, so you know.
I got my snow tires on, so bring it. That was a ride in itself, trying to get that to happen today. Bring the snow. I don't care. Do it.
Bring it? No, because I've had snowblower troubles, and I don't need any more snow until I can deal with that.
And I have a nice, well, not new snowblower, but I don't have to push mine anymore.
Oh, yeah, no, mine's a 2-stage, or technically 3-stage, I guess, because it walks itself, but like...
Yeah. Mine does a little bit, or it did, but now I just have it. Now I just have a tractor that has one. So
I made half a pass up my driveway, and the auger stopped turning. The belt that I put on it in February is already stretched out and ruined.
Leo, I would love to send some snow over to Ireland, but I can't do that.
You guys can have it. Like snow's. I don't mind snow. I mind when it just keeps coming. Here's a half a foot. Here's a half a foot. Here's a half a foot. Which
and the
for
snow
the internationals,
keeps coming, and
you
the
know,
snow
like
keeps coming, and the snow keeps coming, and
here's
the snow
15
keeps coming.
centimeters a couple times a week.
We just don't want to talk about the game. That's why.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, because when it rains, it pours, or in this case, when it snows, it lake effects. And for Utica City, the good times didn't last on Sunday. Brandon, you got to be there. I was busy watching at work as we were between courses for a catered dinner.
I have one thing to say.
Yeah.
Ban Sweet Caroline.
Ooh, that is a hot take.
Ban that song.
That's like
everyone in 212 was yelling no because it's a jinx. And guess what happened?
a team that led for 3/4 of the game, or was tied for all but 2.5 minutes, gave up 3 goals in the final 2 minutes, and then choked in overtime. Is that what happened?
Yeah. They also burned themselves out.
Did some of those problems that we talked about last week rear their ugly head in the worst fashion at the worst time?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Overall, it was a good game. Overall, I thought they looked great. I thought that it was a great game for us. The first 50 minutes.
Well, that's why these games are played, and you play the full time.
Yeah. We got closer to full time instead of just being 45 minutes or had 30 minutes.
It's not like football where you can just take a knee and run out the clock for the final 2 minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Or basketball where you can just keep fouling somebody and be like, well, if we foul the guy that can't shoot free throws, we can probably play ourselves back into this game. No. Now you got to play until that horn sounds, and it sounded a little too late for Utica in this one.
Boy, it sure did.
An 8-7 overtime loss to Kansas City to kick off the season.
Why is it always 8-7 between these two?
Would you have preferred 6-7?
I know where you live, okay? I know where you live, and I will come over there. I will break your hands.
You set me up for that. You set me
I
up
know
for that.
I realized it as I was saying it, and I hate it, and I hate that saying. It is dumb. Oh, God. I'm going to sound like just an old man in these weird terms and
Look,
stuff.
I saw the ultimate way to shut it down. When someone does it, you just go, 8-9.
My God. So about this game, 8-7.
Yeah. Brandon, we're going to go through our usual, touch on the 2 points, 3 points, our stat that tells the story, our play that changed the game, our what needs to be worked on before these teams meet next week, and a positive takeaway. So we'll start with your stat that tells the story.
Goalkeeping.
Goalkeeping. All right, please share away, sir. Because that's a talent, not a stat.
That's not so much on the side of Kansas City. Kansas City struggled for a while, but Brian freaking Wilkin played on his head for pretty much all of that game. I mean, watching him spider monkey his way across the field in front of the goal to get from one side to the other, basically on all fours just to block the ball, and taking multiple blocks over and over and over in quick succession and nothing getting past him. He lived up to his brick wall namesake. Like, he was in the best form I've seen him in. And I'm going to take this from Dave, but we were talking about what needs to happen is, the speech in The Dark Knight Rises when Bane is like, you were adopted by the Doc. I was raised by it. That whole thing. Yeah, that's Brian emerging from underneath Andrew's shadow, because he really finally got to shine. I mean, we saw it last year in Chihuahua, or against Chihuahua, for one game. If we see this all season, we're in good hands. He played amazing. I don't care what his... I know the stat says that he got like a 6.5, but up until the very end, that was a lot higher. I can guarantee you, if you take out the fourth quarter, that was probably 87.
Yeah, there was one point it was like 9 out of 11 or something like that early on. And
yeah, he played. He played on his head. Plain and simple. Like, that's why the stat that tells the story is just, again, that stat doesn't tell it, but throughout the game it told it. He locked down that goalkeeper, that keeper's box. And
yeah, he had a couple, very quick succession, triple save here, double save there.
yeah.
I think both keepers had a goal that they each would have liked to get back. Brian had that one kind of go through his legs. Ejimadu had the worm burner from Alves that went off of his leg into the net.
I can't remember which one went off of the foot and redirected into our goal. Because it went off the foot of one of our guys. And Brian...
Which one? Because there were two of those.
Right towards the end. Because Brian was heading towards the right-hand side of the goal. He was going to get it, and then it got redirected to the opposite side, and he had to stop on a dime. He almost got there, but he just couldn't shift his momentum. Like, that's really difficult.
Well, Brandon, would you like to hear my stat that tells the story?
Yes.
Because
Santos. Okay.
Ultimately, it's the results that speak. When the season's done, we're not going to look back at this and be like, oh my God, remember how good those 45, 55-minute stretch soccer was? We're going to look at this and go, yeah, they dropped 2 points that they should have had. And the stat that tells the story is Utica allowing 3 goals in the final 2 minutes and 13 seconds, and then a shorthanded goal 24 seconds into overtime. They allowed 4 goals in under 3 minutes, and 3 of them came off the foot of Rian Marquez.
Mm-hmm.
You let Marquez get a hat trick in 3 minutes.
Yeah. Yep, he did.
It's just... that sums it up right there. You held this guy scoreless, and then he broke loose, got one, and Pinal got it back, and then the wheels came off. Good teams find ways to win games, a la Kansas City.
Yeah.
Bad teams find ways to lose them.
Oh, we definitely found a way.
Utica found a way. They snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. I don't know how else to put it. There are no moral victories when it comes to standings and playoff positioning.
Yeah.
But
yeah. It's yeah, like you said. I mean, we gave up way too much. It wouldn't have mattered necessarily when we gave that up, but we gave it up. We gave up way too much, way too quick at the end, and I mean, it just. We were rattled, and I know when it started, which is why it's going to be my play that changed the game. But we'll get there.
Yeah. Well, we are about to turn to the play that changed the game. I'll open with mine, and that is the first own goal that came in. It was Reget's credited with the goal there in the second, about 4 minutes in.
Yeah.
Put Kansas City on the board. Utica was up 3-0 at this point. Kansas City was looking as sloppy and just rough in those opening quarter and a third as they did in Baltimore the night before.
Yep.
And as Utica did at the end. And it was just one of those little things that, like, guys, we're not out of it yet. It gave them life.
It did. Absolutely.
And it also kind of was like, it took something away from Utica.
Mm-hmm.
Because they would then go scoreless the rest of the third quarter and the rest of the second quarter and halfway into the third. Utica could never pull more than 2 goals away at that point.
Nope.
Again.
Yeah, they definitely. I think that definitely rattled them for sure. That shattered the confidence that they had been building. And what finished it off, regardless of how you feel about the play or the call, is the Jacob Garza goal. That's the one that came off of the play that was reviewed for Gordy getting basically pushed down, which, I mean, a lot of people are very upset about that one. In the moment, myself included. Now I got to look at it again, but I was talking with somebody about it, and it definitely looks like he was more just off balance than anything, and it wasn't necessarily like he got shoved down, so which is why it wasn't a penalty. But the fact that they lost what seemed like a sure thing challenge, after that, it just seemed like the only thing that made me question whether that was the case was that Gordy Gerson from Penal goal, where he just dribbled it around somebody else, passed it up. Gordy Gerson. Did that not remind you of one Christian Segura in the playoffs, where he did nearly the same thing? Spin, shot, goal. I believe, was that Baltimore?
No, that was the play-in game against Kansas City, where he torched every defender within like the yellow line to score the game winner.
And I mean,
it ended up on ESPN FC. They were promoting, like it got national eyes on the league.
I mean, like this obviously wasn't that exact level, but it was darn close. I mean, as I'm watching that, I'm like, man, I remember this play. But yeah, I think that's what really shattered our confidence. Is it's like, and now they just felt like the deck was stacked against them. The fans, of course, got frustrated and of course got louder, which is usually beneficial. But this time it just, I don't know. I think that was the big thing, is they were like, now what?
Yeah. It was a big moment, definitely. That play, the challenge, we'll talk about a little bit more in depth later, because it is already pretty much set in stone that it will be on this week's Under Review.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was saying the same thing. We played Sweet Caroline way too early. I said we need to ban it. Get it out. I was going to say that's what play that changed the game, was Sweet Caroline. That was my original play that changed the game, and I'm like, ha, 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 funny. No, get it out.
All right. Well, Brandon, what does Utica need to work on after this game?
Conditioning. I think we burned out. We came out hot in the first quarter. We slowed down a little bit in the second. Third quarter, we came out lukewarm. And fourth quarter, we were gone. Fourth quarter and what little of OT we had, that we were just... I saw everybody... There was a lot of people really slowing down towards the end there. It was no longer as fast-paced, whereas Kansas City seemed like they had all the energy. And it's like, is this a conditioning issue, or is this a morale issue? And I'm leaning towards, we got a lot of new guys. We got a lot of younger guys. You would think that, I'm just wondering if a lot of the inexperienced guys burned out all of their energy in the first three quarters. So I think conditioning and pacing, I think, would be a better way to put it, because if that is the case and we burned out, then we just need to adjust the pace a little bit, when possible. Obviously I know KC is a big team, but I really do think that we fizzled.
Yeah, the team definitely kind of floundered there. They limped to the finish line, would be the way to put it.
Yeah.
If I remember, we were talking about conditioning last year as well. And I've said it before on here, I've said it again. The best year that my team in high school had, when we were undefeated, the coach started the season by saying, we're not going to win every game, but we're going to be the fittest team out there. We will
Yeah.
win games by wearing down the opponent.
Yep. And that's what it felt like happened. It felt like it was a battle of attrition, and Kansas City won it. To the chat, yes, somebody like Juan would definitely have come in handy, but unfortunately he had other issues that there was no way he was going to make it to this. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta work on endurance.
Yes.
For me, what needs to be worked on is closing.
Kind of this, yeah, similar. Similar.
You know, it is. Like you just want them to last. That is very much, whether it's offense or defense that you're trying to close on. It was great they got that goal back really quick off of the foot of Alves. Would have liked to have seen them burn a little more clock.
Yes.
Goals are great. As you can see, though, if you leave a dangerous opponent with too much time, they're going to take advantage.
Oh, yeah.
You have to be able to possess the ball and burn clock at the end of the game. And at the other... Yes, go ahead.
Nope, I've got one additional
that
I'm going to add in after this.
Okay, I was going to say on the other end, 6 attacker, yeah, it's a little nebulous because you got to play more of a zone defense. You can't play man-to-man because there's always going to be someone open that way. They were leaving way too much room. They talked about it on the broadcast on one of Marquez's goals, where it was Schiller was playing 5-6 foot off of him.
Yeah.
Way too much space to turn and fire.
Well, we've always excelled at man-to-man. We have not excelled at zone. I don't know why, but we've always had trouble with zone. And kind of to that point, I was going to just mention that basically our special teams, yet again, seem to need work. I mean, granted, well, 2, technically 3, like worst case scenarios. 6 attacker, scored on. 6 attacker, scored on. We go on a power play. And we get a shorthanded goal against us.
Yeah, we gave up another shorthanded goal. We've given up... I think we led the league in shorthanded goals allowed last year.
Well, we do right now.
And it's just inexcusable.
I was literally I was sitting up in the stands, and I'm saying to myself, and I said the same thing to Michelle, and I said it to Huber. I said, we have to score in these 2 minutes. We don't score in these 2 minutes, we're not taking this game. That was my opinion at the game right then and there. I didn't have it on my bingo card that they were going to just give it up and just lose it immediately. Like, I was so excited. I'm like, we started with the ball. Perfect. We don't have to fight to get the ball to start working on our power play. I'm like, cool. We have a good advantage right now. And it's gone.
I'll say this. I kept, like, I messaged the group chat, there's that defense I know and despise.
Yep.
And I told you, I just kept waiting for the other shoe to drop. At no point down the stretch was I like, oh my God, we're going to get out of here with a win. It was, okay, when is this going to fall apart? And can they cling to it? The minute it went to overtime, I went, oh, we're going to lose this.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was kind of the same way. I was kind of not necessarily like when's the other shoe going to drop. It was more I just had a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach the whole time. I'm like, I don't have a good feeling about this. It just feels like we are going to something stupid's going to happen. And boy, it sure did. A few things.
Yeah. Well, now we got to try to turn these frowns upside down and take away something positive out of this game.
That's actually
And
not hard for me.
I think it's pretty easy. And it's that you managed to get a point in a game that you were the underdog at home without your leading scorer from last game and without the team's best defender from last season.
Yep.
You were down Milton, you were down Juan.
You still have to put Calvin into that equation. I know that
Yes.
he's not. I know he's spoken for a little while, but he's still part of the equation.
And until he's available, he's not available. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the Yankees played without Garrett Cole this past season. He had to have Tommy John surgery. So when you looked at the rotation year to year, you're like, well, they've got replacements, but if the guy that's now the ace of the pitching staff is gone, he's gone. You know.
Fair. No, I mean, for me, it's just they looked good. For 45, 50 minutes. They looked so good. Like, I was shocked at how good this team looked. No, I don't think Milton will be gone the whole season. I didn't get that vibe from what I had been hearing. It does not seem that that's going to be the case. So I'm really hoping that Milton's back sooner rather than later, because we could definitely use another target. Because right now, the only real target forward we have is Gordy. And that's easy to pick out.
I would argue Pinal and Chilier are the other target forwards at this point. But Gordy's the one with the track record.
That's more where I'm going with that one, yeah.
Chilier had a nice find there, getting the loose ball in the box, putting it in to get the scoring started. If I remember, he got the first one right.
Yes. He started the game.
And then Pinal, who was my pick to lead the team in scoring, off to a hot start, 2 assists and a goal.
Yep. And that assist. Oh, he looked good too. He looked in good shape. Like, it definitely seemed like he got a little bit more, like, fit, a little more slimmed down. It was the whole team looked that way.
He looked a little bit headed towards that Jake Schindler type of build.
Yes, he did.
It's funny. I was talking with one of my coworkers who's a sports fan, never seen arena soccer. And I was like, oh, yeah, this guy that used to play, I'm like, he was basically a linebacker that decided to play soccer. And I pulled up a picture of Jake from his playing days. He goes, oh, my God, his forearm is bigger than my calf. I'm like, yeah.
No, so Pinal still has a speed issue. You know, he's still not that fast. He still struggles in that field, which so be it. But I'm sorry, I don't know how he's going to take this, but Chilier literally looks like Obasi. I get ridiculous Obasi vibes when I see Chilier play, minus the pacing. Chilier is much faster paced than Obasi was, because we know Obasi was very slow, methodical on the field. You know, he'd literally just walk it up, basically. But yeah, Chilier will just go with it. But he's got some technical know-how, and he, like, the blonde hair, he looks like he looks like Obasi. I feel like we've gone back in time. We're getting we're building towards a different Jake Schindler with Pinal, and we've got Obasi back in the form of Chilier. Like, not bad things. No. It's just funny because it's, you know, we talk about some of these older players, and some of them are coming back around, it seems.
Yeah. Well, Brandon, you mentioned it earlier as your play that changed the game. Let's talk about that foul, no foul that went to review.
I thought you were going to say Sweet Caroline.
No.
Aww.
No. No. The foul, no foul there with Garza and Gordy.
Garza and Gordy.
Anyone that hasn't seen it yet, the league's social media has put out that they are doing the first fan under review. You can go vote. Was it a no call? Was it a foul? There was a third option that I didn't even bother. It was another way of saying no foul.
Yeah.
But I think the goal shouldn't have stood or something like that for some reason. You get your vote in. I'm sure that'll be fun to see because Kansas City and Utica are two of the most active fan bases on social media.
Agreed. Yeah.
I feel it's going to be pretty well split down the middle. And look, if you're tuning in like, first game, Austin Saini was on the field. We know Matt's not a fan of Mr. Perfect Hair. He's going to be ready to rant. Yeah, they were mediocre
He
all
was
day.
not the problem. He was not the problem at all. Because there was I had closed out for a second. Who was it? Bjorn.
The other guy that a couple times when they cut to him on camera, I'm like, he has a face that says he's lost out there.
Matt, you weren't there.
No.
So there was, I don't remember, but there was a foul on Wilkin where he got kind of checked or something, took a blow kind of like to the gut.
Yeah.
And then they turned around and scored off of that.
Mm-hmm.
He did not signal anything for a second. He just looked at the field. He looked over at the other ref. And at the same time, you have Austin like, it's Utica's ball. Like, he didn't know. Oh my God. He I don't know what how you could make that call.
The first challenge flag that
no
not even the first time.
Not even that.
Oh God.
This was because I mean, why review it when we got the ball? Like, yeah, like the only thing that would potentially happen if they reviewed it was they would turn it into a goal. But yeah, it was just I have to go back and see if I can find it on the like foul or on the play-by-play. I'm pretty sure it was in the second quarter that it happened. But yeah, it's just there was a foul on Brian where he kind of, like I said, got a blow to the stomach. I don't know if he got the ball in the stomach or if he must have actually gotten fouled. And then it would have ended up being Marquez's first goal. It would have been.
Okay.
But it got called back. But yeah, he looked around, signaled for the goal, and Austin says, no, this way. They had a few chats after that. So
yeah, well, let's talk about that call, no call.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
I think it was a no call. I think he was off balance. I don't think that he truly fouled him. Because the arms didn't get extended. Nothing like that. It wasn't like he elbowed him. There was no real physical contact. He was leaning back to try and get the ball, and he just kind of got carried with that momentum and just got carried backwards. I don't think he was fully fouled. So
Okay.
I kind of agree. Looking at it now, I don't think it was a foul.
Yeah, I watched the replay a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Probably about a half dozen, especially where they slowed it down.
Yeah.
And you can see Gordy is reaching in. It's one of those stretches for the ball where, like, don't dive if you're on the defensive end.
Yes.
This is where I think Gordy's reputation hurts him. Gordy is known to go to turf very easily.
I said the same
That
thing.
said, if you watch it, you can see where Garza's left arm is pushing on Gordy's right shoulder.
Yes.
To clear space. And he does push that arm out all the way and swipe it.
Mm-hmm.
By the textbook definition of what a push is in soccer, that is a push. It should be a foul by the textbook definition.
Mm-hmm.
Given the reputation and the angle, that's why I believe they didn't overturn it.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Like, that's really... If we were on the Kansas City side, we'd be rejoicing out of our minds right now. That's, like I said, by textbook definition, it's a foul. It doesn't matter what angle he's at.
Yeah.
However, someone commented on our post, like, it should have been a penalty kick for Utica. It's in the box. Gordy didn't have possession of the ball.
No.
It's not a penalty kick. Probably would have been a top of the arc restart.
Also, that Brian Wilkin foul that I mentioned, it was at 14:03. Is basically when Andreas, it was Andreas because I found the foul. It was Christian Andreas against Brian Wilkin foul, because he basically kind of like came up with his leg and the ball was coming into him. He was trying to like almost like not roundhouse kick it, but sort of.
Yeah.
And Brian was right there and got kicked in the gut. And yeah, that was the one. If you go back and watch the full, it's in the highlights, but if you go back and watch the full event, it was just kick. They kick the ball in immediately, goal. 2-3 seconds of nothing, and then signal for the goal. And then it was, no, it's going that way. Sorry, I was hung up on that.
No, it's fine. Yeah, no, you had Rich Grady on the sideline as the senior official, which I don't know how those. I'd really love to have Phil and why am I blanking on the head official's name right now? When they do under review. Sigich, yes, Ryan Sigich. Thank you. I was blanking on it because I'm just like, no, 1999 Guatemala and Canada was Rich Grady, not the head official.
You will never let that one go.
No, the video's great. I love it. I'd love to know how that goes because I've advocated for it a couple times over the years. And that is when it goes to review, I don't think it should be the field officials reviewing their call. It should be the sideline or a third party not there because you're more likely in a 50-50 kind of, it could go either way, or 60-40. You're more likely to stick with your initial call than to admit you were wrong. That's just human nature. It's just human nature.
Yeah, you're not going to want to change your mind because then it looks like you feel, you just feel like you were like making a fool of yourself, and it's like, I question my own logic, and it's like, yeah, you need almost an unbiased party, not so much to the teams but to their own decision making.
Yeah. That's why you've seen NFL, MLB, and I believe even the NBA, they send it to their headquarters where they have a review staff. Like,
Yeah.
that is it. Their job is to handle the reviews out of the stadium, away from the emotion of everything. Obviously, they have billions upon billions of dollars to handle that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too hard to ask for it to be the senior official on the sideline to make the call.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think that it should be a different party than the two of them reviewing their own, for sure. You know, let you know, the guys on that are not on the field, let them review it independently and make a decision based off of what they see on that.
All right, Brandon, we're gonna hop over to our predictions now.
Yay!
But first, we gotta go over last week what our predictions were so that we can score them.
Yay.
Because we're doing that this year. Now, we both picked Utica to lose correctly. So we each get a point.
Yay!
The closest to the UCFC score was you. You had Utica at 4. Sorry, I was thinking 7. That was Kansas City score in your book.
I was like,
So I get a point for that. I should have added 2 points if we get the score exactly correct, because I had Kansas City at 8. The goal differential,
I thought
we were
you
both
had
at 3.
7-5. Or was that me?
You were 7-4, I was 8-5.
Okay.
With the same goal differential.
Yeah.
So we just won't give anyone a point on that. It was a tie.
Yeah.
And bonus, correctly predicted, neither one of us called overtime.
From now on, anytime this team plays, I'm just going to say 8-7. It's going to be 8-7 somebody.
8-7. Correctly predicted overtime. So after 1 week, I take the lead 3-1. I get the point for the win. You get the point for the loss. You get the point for calling the loss.
Yeah.
I get the point for closest goal total Utica. Point for closest goal total KC. Yeah. So now we got to make our predictions for this weekend. It's only one game on the books for Utica.
8-7 Utica.
8-7 Utica. Very quick, huh?
Two reasons. Legitimate. Like 8-7 Utica in overtime. Again. Because it's these two teams. And I'm just going to... I said I'm going to say 8-7 when these guys meet. 8-7 Utica. We're just going to go 8-7 Utica this time because if they can get their crap together... I wanted to say the other thing, but I didn't feel like hitting my button. If they could get it together and go 60 minutes, they only need to do 10 more now instead of 30, like they used to have to do every game last season, where they play half a game. Now they just need to play 10 more minutes. If they can do that, just a little bit different pacing, then... and if we end up having Juan potentially back this weekend... then it could be another thing that changes things. So we'd have a little bit more defense if that's the case. I'm literally gonna stick to the trend. 8-7 Utica overtime.
Okay. Brandon is going 8-7 overtime. I am once again taking Kansas City in this game. And I'm sticking with that 8-5.
Yeah, seems like a safe bet.
I liked the offense this week. I don't know if Kansas City is going to do us the favor of spotting a 3-goal lead. I don't think they're going to come in that sloppy.
I don't know. I mean, did you see the one play in Baltimore?
Oh, yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, the terrible set piece that somehow. Oh my lord! No, that was.
Can we have one of those? Give us a couple. We need it. No, I'm not making it sound like it's dire at this point. It's not. Yeah. It's literally the first game, and I was saying a lot earlier on in the game. I said it to multiple people. I'm like, if we play like this for the whole game, this was the first 2.5, 3 quarters. If we play like this the whole game, I don't care what the result is. And we didn't, but we came close. which is why I was upset about the ending. But if they had just played to the whistle, then I would have been happy regardless of what happened.
Yeah, it's one thing if they kind of scrap their way back over the second half and it's a back and forth.
Yeah.
It's another to have a 2-goal lead with 2 minutes and watch it fall apart and then lose on a shorthanded goal in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
One of those is one of those you can take as a moral victory, and the other one you could take as we got a point, but boy, anything that could go wrong did go wrong in the final 180 seconds.
Yeah, it really did. So you got your 8-5 again, going Kansas City. I'm sticking with the tried and true 8-7 in overtime for Utica.
Okay.
Because I mean we've beaten them by that before, that exact score.
Mm-hmm.
I think we did it once on their turf and once on ours, if I remember right.
Was it 8-7 or was it 7-6?
Don't you say it the other way around. I know what you're leading towards. Do not.
No, I legitimately can't remember if it was.
I'd have to go back and look at the scores.
I think it was 7-6. Go back a few years for that one, though.
I was going to say, that's going to be like... I went back 2. I don't remember if that's correct or not. But...
Let's see. The first overtime one was the play-in game. Utica over Kansas City. Utica is the home team, so guess how they have it listed, Brandon? It's listed 6-7.
Okay. I'm still going 8-7.
Okay. 8-7, Brandon. I'm going 8-5. I'd love to reach a point where we could predict the other way, but we don't know what Juan's availability will be at the moment. Nilin sounds like he's out at least this week, if not longer. Yeah, from what we were told in the Discord, he was in a walking shoe / boot, and those generally take a little while to recover.
Yeah.
And this is one where psyche can play a big part of it. Kansas City just got a big boost to their ego. Utica now has that little voice in the back of the head saying, yeah, but you blew it last time.
But you messed it up. Oh, it was 7-6 last year, too.
Hey, guess what, though? We have as many points as the Sockers.
And we only played one game.
Mm-hmm. As the Massel Shield and Ron Newman Cup favorites.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I mean, they've taken 2 losses at home. No, 1 loss. 1 loss and 1 overtime loss. So 2 losses at home.
Mm-hmm.
They've literally taken 2 losses at home, which is rare for them to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I'm updating mine. I'm changing it to 7-6 because that's what it was more in line with.
Historically,
I thought it was 8-7 for some reason, because we lost by that. But yeah, no, 7-6. A little bit lower scoring.
All right.
So me and Huber, literally, same thing, same.
Mm-hmm. All right, sir. Those are our scores for the week. We will be back next week. Little tiny bit of good news is our winter hours kick into effect this week for my job. So if you guys are there, I may come down to 72 post game.
Yeah, we went beforehand. We were there at like noon, 1 o'clock. We were there at 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, yeah, we'll go over before the game, and then we didn't go over after the game. We weren't going to go over regardless, so it wasn't because we lost or anything like that. We just weren't going to go over. So, but I'm sure that we'll be making our way over there
Yeah, if you guys make a post game, let me know. My kitchen hours close at 3. I mean, we're a little out of the way for those of you coming from the north, but you got a brand new brunch menu rolling out.
Ooh.
Country fried steak, country fried chicken,
Country fried everything.
bananas Foster French toast.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
That's that sounds good. You're gonna bring some, right? You're gonna bring some for the class? Yeah.
I mean, you guys could technically just place an online order,
No, you need to bring it for the
and then
class.
I'd deliver. No, no, no. I'm good. I get a discount, but location means our food's a little on the pricier side.
Fair point.
Yeah, you got Lakeview seating, so
I mean, I guess that's a bonus, I suppose.
Yeah, it's scenic, it's quiet,
No.
it's good food.
Yeah, we might be trying to make you hungry. Yep, that's what it is.
That is honestly the goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would look. I'll shamelessly self promote Rockies on the Lake out here. They're not paying. I mean, they are paying me, but they're not paying me extra.
Peanut Gallery approves.
Yeah, Katie came out. She had
Oh, the chicken pot pie.
she had chicken pot pie. We ran for a special. She ate that for 3 days. Everything made from scratch.
It was heavenly.
Chicken pot pie.
All right. I believe that's everything, though, Brandon. We've covered everything. We've talked our recap. We talked about the call, no call that, again, 50-50. It's not a clear-cut one. It's not something where they're making the call, 10 seconds after the foul happened.
Except for that one.
Well, yeah.
You need to watch that. Like 14:03 in the third quarter. Just go watch that.
Remaining or time played?
Remaining. It was literally 57 seconds into the third.
Okay. All right. Until next week. He's Brandon. I'm Matt. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, follow us on the social medias. We got that TeePublic store. I'm sure they're running holiday sales. I haven't really kept up with it. Been a while since we've uploaded anything new, but
yeah, what are you doing?
Generally being tired.
Fair. Mm-hmm. Very fair.
Generally being tired. And we need players with fun nicknames so that I can make fun graphics. Like, you say Junior, and the only thing that comes to mind is Bowser Jr. Outside of that, who do we got new that's got a good nickname?
Yeah, we're working on it. We've got some more work to do there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's everything. Go Utica. Thanks for watching. Or listening.
Dogs.
Thank you for listening to the Keeper's Corner podcast on whatever podcast app you use. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. If you'd like to interact with us, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and Twitter or X, whatever you prefer to call it. We have a TeePublic shop where you can get UCFC player swag or help support the podcast. Thank you. We appreciate it. And one last thing. Go Utica City.